Reason, I thought it would be like a really good idea to end my week by staying up till midnight watching Catherine Hardwicke's Red Riding Hood. I don't know. Okay, what happened was someone commented on my blog about the 103 essential films by women, and they said that they felt that Red Riding Hood was a glaring omission. That wasn't their whole comment. Their whole comment was like legit, and then they added that, and so it didn't seem like the guy was trolling. He seemed like he really thought this was an interesting film and should be added, and why was there an oversight? And then I was like, if one person thinks it's that good, maybe this person sees something that everyone else didn't see, and then I wanted to see it. So thank you very much, one person, because it's not very good. There are parts of it that are interesting, and somewhere in there is an interesting take on the entire idea behind the Red Riding Hood myth, but it didn't make it out of the movie. And it's produced by Leonardo DiCaprio, which just boggles my mind to no end. I just don't know. I mean, I'm sure all of you know the ramifications of the Red Riding Hood myth and what it has to do in terms of women's sexuality and all of that, and none of that is in this movie. And you'd think you're making a teen romance, you'd have that in this movie. It's not really there. Instead, there's some real weird shit going on in this movie. Like, really weird shit. It's actually one of those movies. I would put this on a list of movies where you're like, what happened? What did I just watch? Because none of it makes any sense. And there are parts of it that are just so weird that I kind of want like Catherine Hardwicke to just make like a gonzo, bizarre like acid trip movie or something, because parts of this film really felt like it was an acid trip. And so the cast, the lead is Amanda Seyfried. She's pretty good. She's very beautiful. Gary Oldman is just fucking crazy as like a what's it called? Spanish Inquisition era, like, priest kind of thing. Medieval priest that's like, casting out demons by torturing people. And he milks it. At first you think Billy Burke is being wasted, but there's more. I don't want to spoil it. He's not being wasted. Max Irons was actually giving sort of a real layered performance, and maybe the only person in the whole movie that attempted to add some depth to his character. Virginia Madsen's just like there, and she has the same hair that she has in Modern Girls from 1986. I'm just like, what? Lucas Haas is in it for like no reason, as maybe I'm the only one that thinks Lucas Haas should be in better things, but he has been acting his butt off since Witness. Get this man some better roles. And then inexplicably, out of nowhere, Julie Christie's in it. And it's just like, what is this cast? Did they read a different script? Were they given a lot of money? I don't know. Oh. There's a love triangle, because obviously. And the love triangle is like about being the person that you love and versus arranged marriage, which is, and there's a whole sort of subset about arranged marriages and like what happens if you don't get to choose your partner and all kinds of stuff, but it's not actually explored, which is a bummer. And actually maybe the underlying theme is that you never really know anybody, and so fuck it, just take a risk. I think that's what I got from this movie. What I was gonna say is the guy who's the like love of her life is played by an actor I'd never heard of before, named Shiloh Fernandez. He's terrible in this movie. I haven't seen him in anything else, so I can't judge his whole body of work, but he's fucking god-awful in this movie. He's wooden and terrible and just so pouty and like if you think Robert Pattinson was bad in the Twilight movies, watch this guy, and it makes Pattinson look like Brando. It's just bad. And I was reading that apparently Amanda Seyfried didn't want to work with him because she had a bad experience with him at a party, and then Hardwicke was like, no, do it, he's great. And then you can tell that she hates him, and there's no chemistry. And it's like, Seyfried was good. If I feel just cast somebody else in that role, and it would have been at least slightly better. And because he's so bad, and Max Irons is so much better, that when she chooses the other guy, you're just like, why are you doing this to yourself? Ugh. It was just bad. And then I don't even know where else to go. It's just a very bizarre film. Maybe somewhere in there was a good film. And now it's midnight and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed. But if you are so inclined, after this stunning review, Red Riding Hood is available for rent on Amazon and probably other places too. But shout out to cinematographer Mandy Walker, who is apparently a woman. Okay, I couldn't tell at first because Mandy's one of those names that can be. So, cinematographer. She shot Australia, apparently. Oh. Beautiful cinematography, and as always in Hardwicke's films, beautiful art direction. I don't know. This is a disaster movie, so feel free to skip it or watch it. I don't know. I have one more Hardwicke movie, I think, left, and I'm a big fan of completing filmographies, so I'm going to watch my way through the rest of her films. But you should definitely watch Miss You Already if you haven't seen that one. It came out last year, and it's actually very good. Yes. So that was 2011's Red Riding Hood, directed by Catherine Hardwicke. Oh, last thing. The screenwriter... Sorry, I've clicked on Wikipedia to 8 million other things. The screenwriter is a dude. So, sometimes I think perhaps it's better if you're writing about women to maybe have women write about women. Not that all men write terrible women, but sometimes men write really bad women, partly because they've never been a teenage girl and it's much easier to get into the psyche of a teenage girl if you've actually been a teenage girl. That's all I'm going to say on that. So anyways, 2011's Red Riding Hood, Catherine Hardwicke, would make an excellent double feature with The Wolfman, although I actually really liked The Wolfman with, was it 2010 when that came out with Benicio? I was a big fan of that one. Maybe do a Wolfman Van Helsing Red Riding Hood triple feature. Oh no! That's the best, worst idea I've ever had. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that for some Halloween. Okay, have a good night. I'm getting punchy now.